There we go. Hi. Hey, Emma. Welcome. So we're a little bit early here, but I thought I would just say hi since I saw you pop in there. Once it turns 6 o'clock, we'll start chatting and get started with some writing sprints. But for now, Emma, how are you doing today? Are you working on a CampNaNoWrimo project as well? Uh, Nice. What is the fanfic for? What fandom? Ah, nice. Yeah, today I'm working on two projects. One of them, I got the idea from a post that I've seen going around social media. It's basically a vampire story, and it's like a twist on Snow White, where Snow White is a vampire, and the evil stepmother is actually a changeling. Stardew Valley, interesting. I haven't heard of that. I want to look that up now. Stardew Valley. Oh, video game. Got it. I feel like I've heard of them before. That sounds really interesting, though. Well, let me know how it turns out. I'm excited. I think we have a couple more people joining, but we're waiting for them. It'll be a couple minutes before they start. Yeah, my two things today are one is for an anthology that's aiming for the USA Today bestseller. Yeah. It is, right? I'm super excited to write it. I'm only about maybe 3 or 4,000 words in, and my goal was 15,000 by the end of the month, so I'm a little bit behind on that one. And then the other one is it's part of a series that I'm working on, and the idea behind it is basically gemstone magic. The main character has gemstone magic, and she has to fight against the antagonist who has both Excalibur and Clarent on her side. So it's kind of like a really far off twist from Arthurian fantasy. Oh, I love Harvest Moon. It looks like a lot of fun. I looked it up when you mentioned it. I really want to play Stardew Valley now. Maybe I'll have to go and see where I can purchase it afterwards. I'm a huge fan of those kind of games. Which is funny because I also like things that are completely the opposite. Like I really like Monster Hunter. But then I also like to play things like Animal Crossing. So it's like okay. What I'm thinking is around 6 o'clock we'll start doing the sprints. Yeah, it is on Amazon. I actually went wide with the series, so it's on Amazon, Kobo. It's actually, if you're in Florida, it's in the library too. So if you go to Overdrive, you can get it for free. Let me see if I can find the link for it and I'll send it to you. Hold on. I think it's under Biblioboard, but I could be mistaken. Awkward moment when you can't find the link for your own book. No, you're good. Mine is probably delayed too. My internet's so up here, so I'm kind of experimenting with using the internet upstairs. I have like a Wi-Fi booster, so we'll see how that goes. But it's about 6. I'm thinking we'll start our first sprint together at around 6:05. So let me know how long you want the sprint to be. Do you want to do like a 10, 15-minute sprint for writing, or are you thinking something longer? I'll let you pick. Tell me how long you want the sprint to be. Awesome. I think that sounds good. So at 6:05, we'll go ahead and start with our first sprint. And then I usually like to share our progress and everything at the end. So I think I'm going to start out writing for the vampire story because I haven't gotten as far in that yet. And she's in an interesting part in the story. She just got into like the black magic market, basically, which is where a lot of the evil magical creatures like to reside. So that has some potential. So we'll start with the 10-minute one at 6:05, so in like 3 minutes. I'm going to remind the other writing group that we are live so that way they know they can join too. Because I forgot to message them. Let's see. There's a Fort Lauderdale one and there's a Florida Elsewhere one. Where's the Fort Lauderdale one? Words alike. Is this it? Question mark? No. That's weird. I cannot find it. I thought I was in the Fort Lauderdale one, but I cannot seem to find it. All right. I don't know what happened. But if you would like, I will share some updates as to where I am in the story once we finish the sprint. And you are welcome to share your progress with your story as well. We've got about 1 minute until 6:05, so I'm going to set up the timer now. I don't know if you can see it. Struggles with the phone. Let me try turning down the brightness here. There we go. Now you can see my phone. Ignore all those notifications. So I'm setting the timer, 10 minutes. And I'm going to start it now. Doot. And go. All right, about 2 minutes left for the sprint. Alright, it's back up. I managed to hit 236 words. If it goes down again, just we'll go. I guess if it goes down again, I'll message you to let you know through the Discord. I'm not sure what happened there. What is up here? Yeah, that's Florida for you. It's the same with the power and lights. I remember one time it was literally the middle of the day, not a cloud in the sky, and all of a sudden, lights started flickering in the house. Part of life. How did the first sprint go for you? Was it good? But yeah, no, it wasn't. It was partially probably the storm as well, because it's like it is just thundering and lightning and disgustingness outside. I don't know if you can hear the background noise, but there's thunder outside. But I let the other group of writers that I'm in know that we're doing a live stream as well. So otherwise, it might just be us for the time being. Oh yeah, we should probably message. We should probably message Sleep Blasphemy too and see if they want to join us. Okay, I just let them know. Gotcha. I am at the exciting part, but not for the vampire story. It's for my other story. So I'm probably going to do that for the next sprint because I'm getting pretty close to my goal. Like, my goal for this story for the end of the month was 50,000 words, and right now it's at. Oh, I think For the Words froze on me. All of the computer problems today. Hopefully my little writing program I'm using, which if I can screen share, I'll show you what it looks like. Like, if you're a fan of different little RPG games, that's basically how it's set up. So you defeat monsters, and to defeat the monsters, you have to type words. So that's pretty much how I motivate myself to write because I'm trash for video games. And if I don't use this, I will not focus at all. Coming. I might have to reload For the Words. Try this again. Yes, that's the one. That's the one that I use. I've been telling everyone about it. I actually, when they had first started, I got to do a blog post for them, and I think it was around. I'm trying to remember when it was. I want to say it was around Halloween. They asked me to do like a blog post with a code for the Words. So if you see one of my old blogs, it has a For the Words promotion in there. They're awesome for motivation, though. Cameron. It does not want to load for me right now. If it doesn't load, I'm going to make my next sprint where I focus on editing and I'll just use Google Docs instead. Because it's not cooperating with me right now. Not a big influencer. I have a couple of little ones. I think my biggest one right now is Twitter. I have 2,000 people on Twitter. Yeah. It's mostly just kind of something I do for fun. My main job right now is teaching. I teach English as a second language, so. Uh, yeah, my internet's just like. Let's try this again. Come on. It is just. So. Nope. I cannot get it to cooperate with me here. I was teaching in school, but because of everything that happens, right now I'm teaching online. So I'm teaching for two companies. One is English First, and the other one is a tutoring company. Yeah, it is. I straight up had people talking, like, I had to just mute them because there was somebody that was like, oh, yeah, we need to have all the teachers go back in person now. And I'm like, no, no. I am very thankful to be teaching online right now. That's so I want to start another sprint, but I don't know if I can get For the Words up and running. I might have to go downstairs to connect to the Ethernet. I'm going to see what happens if I do this. If I lose internet connection, I apologize. Let's see what happens if I just connect it directly like this, if it makes this better or if it makes it worse. I'm experimenting with this internet here right now. There we go. I fixed it. It's working now. How about we do another sprint at 6:30? Sound good? That'll be in 3 minutes for me. Yeah. Oh, they're not going to start. They're not going to be joining us tonight, Sweet Blasphemy. They just messaged. Maybe we can do another one next week. We'll have to see when everyone's available. It won't be on Friday, though. Because next Friday I'm working in the evening until 9 o'clock at night. I will start getting the timer set up. On top of teaching, I also do writing, like for hire. So I message some of the other people that I know that also do that to see if they want to join us. Two minutes until 6:30. I think I'm going to work on my other project this time. Because I just got to a really interesting part where she's trying to jailbreak. So I'm intrigued to see how that goes. No. It was working. It was working, and then it wasn't, and then it was. Okay, now it's working. Yeah, because to give you an idea, I'm very eager to get back to the scene because I just left off where she was trying to escape from the evil villain's like lair, so to speak. She just communicated the antagonist's weakness, and now she's about to get caught. So that's where I left it off. So I need to write it so I can like yes. And the best part of this is the person who's about to catch her also becomes her love interest in the second book. So there's that going on too. Yes, I am a big fan of the whole enemies to lovers thing if it's done well, but not bully romance. But enemies to lovers, yes. But yeah, he fought alongside a big magic war with her, and they had a falling out, and he ended up working for like the antagonist, and so that's the same person who's about to catch her right now. So that's what's going on. There's a lot going on in this scene. All right, it's 6:30. I'm starting the timer. How long should we go for? 15 minutes? I'll let you pick. 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I've got the timer ready. 15 minutes? Okay. I am starting it now. Boop. Go. Yay. I know it's hard to see. And that is time. I went from 200 words to, I think I'm at 900 now. Yeah, 907 words. So in 15 minutes, I somehow managed like 600 some odd words. How? I don't know. How did yours go? Thought I was gonna sneeze. And time is up. I don't know if you were able to hear the timer, so I thought I would say that. It is 6:45. How did your sprinting go, Emmy? Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I brought like water up here, but I don't have a snack. That's why I kept the live stream short because I know after like an hour and a half, I'm gonna want to eat. Yeah, that's my water here. I'm running out though. I try not to bring food up here because ants. Meeting the wizard and learning about the curse. Ooh, now I want to know what kind of curse it is. I actually have a curse in mind too, but it's gemstone based because it's gemstone magic. So basically, the idea behind it is there's a gemstone that's supposed to protect malachite or protects Excalibur and Clarent from fusing. So when Opal fused the two swords, the malachite broke and cursed her. So that's the curse that I have going on, but it's not related to the scene that I just wrote. I was not super prepared today either. I'm usually more on top of this. Yeah, right now the project that I'm working on is at, hold on, let me see. 39,690 words. So I'm hoping to hit 40,000 words today. We'll see if that happens. I'm sure I can manage it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to write. The first one was more Arthurian based. This one is kind of cuz I basically marketed it as King Arthur meets Once Upon a Time. So the first one's more King Arthur, like it's more Merlin if you've ever watched that TV show. And the second one's more like Once Upon a Time, like there's a lot of different fairy tale aspects in it. Thanks. I'm going to try to get to the end of this chapter for the next one cuz I'm pretty close to the end. Like she just ran into Opal, who's the main antagonist. I keep wanting to say protagonist. I know. I wish they had more seasons. That was one of my favorite TV shows. I liked Once Upon a Time, but it got to the point where like I stopped watching it because there was just a lot going on. There were like a lot of different fairy tales and I loved it, but I don't know, I lost interest. I think that just happens for me if there's too many seasons of something. Because the same thing happened for me with Supernatural. I watched it for a certain amount of seasons and then I gave up. Honestly, though, I would watch. I want to rewatch some of the episodes though. I like watching. I like watching Hook's character. He's my favorite. I think he's everyone's favorite. I think so. I don't know. I think I stopped watching Once Upon a Time around like I stopped watching, I want to say around like season 7 or 8 cuz it just went on like and on. Cuz I think the main reason is I wasn't a huge fan of the main character. I didn't like Emma as much as some of the other characters, but I liked all the villains. I was like, I love the villains, but Emma is okay. Like I loved Hook. I liked Rumpelstiltskin. I liked Red's character too. I wish she had more time in the story. She was a really interesting character. So I liked Red. I liked Hook. I liked Regina because she had a really awesome redemption arc, and I'm a sucker for a good redemption arc. So, yeah, pretty much all the ones I liked had good redemption arcs, aside from like Red, because she's just awesome. Yeah. I feel like Emma had the potential to be a really good character, but the way that she was like portrayed made her come off kind of whiny almost. Like I don't know how to describe it other than like they were trying to make it out to like she was strong, but she came off whiny. Yes. I need to rewatch some of the seasons that I really liked cuz the first like 2 or 3 seasons were really really good. And then like there were a couple seasons that were awesome, but I would like to have seen more of certain other characters instead of them just focusing on Emma the entire time. Like I think I stopped around the point where I was actually starting to get into it again. It was where they started to introduce Aladdin's character cuz I thought that was a really interesting concept. But then they didn't do as much with it as I thought they were going to, and it was super disappointing. Uh I could talk about Once Upon a Time all day. I'm not even joking. But yeah, Merlin was the one that I was always like they needed another season because they implied that he was going to come back and do like a modern times type of thing, but then they never did it. So I was very disappointed about that because I would have loved to see like Merlin but in modern era. Okay. All right. It is 6:52, so in 3 minutes we'll start another sprint. Let me know how long you want the next one to be. I know. The ending for Merlin. My heart. There's another show on Netflix that's supposed to be Arthurian based, but the main characters are women, and I kind of want to watch it. I have to see what it was called. Let me see. I just got the notification that they're making it today. It's like an Arthurian fantasy. Cursed. It's called Cursed, and I need it. I need to watch it. It says it's a retelling of an Arthurian legend where the sorceress Nimue joins forces with a young and charming mercenary named Arthur to save her people. Okay, now I need to watch it. Yes. 20 minutes is good. So we'll start in 1 minute because it's 6:54 according to my clock. This will be interesting because I just left off where she just ran into the antagonist. So Crud is about to go down. Let me figure out what monster I want to fight for this 20 minutes. What am I doing? We'll do one of the Crangs and an Epo, I guess. I have to go to a different part of town. And I am starting the timer now. Doo doo. Here it is. Okay. And that's time. I managed to get to 1,542 words. So I did probably about 700 words in that sprint. Yeah. And I hit my goal, which was 40,000 words. Okay. As far as progress goes, I'm pretty happy with how this live stream turned out. I managed to get about 1,500 words done. Since I don't see anyone else here right now, I think I'm going to call it a little bit early, but I'll wait for a few more minutes in case anyone wants to show up. I will just be quietly writing here. I'm going to do just at 7:20, I'll do a quick sprint if no one's here, and then I'll sign off for the night. Ooh, what's this? All right. I'm going to log off a little bit early so I can go get dinner. So that's it for me. Bye. I hope to see you at my next live stream.